Hello, everybody. My name is TJ Scott, and I'm an estate planning attorney with the law office of Timothy J. Scott.
And I'm Brennan McCarthy. I'm a certified financial planner with Boulevard Wealth Management here in Eden Prairie.
Great. Good to see you today, Brennan. And Brennan, I wanted to talk to you because I have a question that often comes up in the course of my work from my estate planning clients. And the question goes something like this. For the last 5 years, I've just parked my money in the S&P 500, and sure, things have looked down for maybe the last year, but before that, I was one of the most brilliant investment managers of all time. So the question is this: why should I work with a financial planner when I can just park my money in a mutual fund or in an indexed fund like the S&P 500 and make great profit when the market goes up?
Yeah, the last year and a half is really the answer for why you wouldn't do that. Risk management, and because we're a more boring answer, is ultimately the truth of the matter. But the last year and a half, we've seen the S&P down almost 30% at times. And there's reason why we want to be diversified. So being in different areas of the market. The way that we approach that is through active management, and you're hiring a professional to look at this for you. So the way that works is, if I were to have made that same argument, is if I had just bought small cap growth stocks over that same time, I would have beat you in the S&P. But it doesn't mean that that's the right answer, because, like I said, the last 18 months have been challenging to say the least. So we want to be in multiple areas of the marketplace, and not just US large and small companies. We want to be invested in overseas companies in Europe and more developed countries, as well as areas in emerging markets, so countries in Africa and Asia that have more developing markets, because they all behave differently and they all have what's considered low correlation to each other, but we expect positive returns over time. The last component of that is the most boring piece, which is bonds. Bonds are our buoy in the portfolio. So we're not buying bonds to get the most return. We're buying bonds for, again, that low correlation, so that we have something that can hold us up when we have rough waters. So typically what this looks like in a normal year that's doing well is we have stocks that have climbed and done really well, and we can actually take some of the profit off of there and park it into bonds and safer areas. While on the flip side, if we have a market like we have over the last year and a half, we're watching that and waiting for a period where we feel like the market's ready to take a turn, so we can sell out of bonds and safer areas and actually buy into those stocks on sale and swing that back up.
Fantastic, Brennan. And I know you guys do fantastic investment management and fantastic investment advice. But the work that you do goes even beyond that you can really give people a forecast for the next periods of their life. What kind of tools do you have to give those kinds of forecasts?
Yeah, we have great financial planning software that it starts with you as the client first. So we have to figure out, what are your financial goals, so we know how we want to invest, how we want to treat your finances. If your only goal is, I want to retire as soon as I possibly can, then we can be very solely focused on a single goal. That's easy. Most people don't operate that way. Most people want to fund their college for their kids, or they want to buy a vacation home, or they want to go on travel, have a budget for that every year. It's important to kind of weigh the future that's not guaranteed with the present that's already here, and trying to balance those two out together. And once we have all of those goals input, we can take a look at how do we splice it up and how do we hit those goals via our investment strategy, along with asset placement, where we put money in what type of accounts and different things like that.
Really great. Where can people find you online? Where can people get in contact with you?
Yeah, find me through our website here at boulevardwealth.com. You can find me on LinkedIn, or my email, my first name, at blvdwealth.com.
Great.